गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन।
गुड
आज
मॉर्निंग।
हमने ये काउंसलिंग सेशन रखा हुआ है तो इसमें हम वन टू वन इंटरेक्शन करेंगे कि आपके जो भी डाउट हैं उस डाउट को लेके और हम सॉल्व करने का ट्राई करेंगे। तो इसका फॉर्मेट हमने ऐसे रखा हुआ है कि अ, आपको कुछ भी डाउट है आप अपने ऑडियो को अनम्यूट करके एंड यू कैन आस्क एंड देन वी विल आंसर योर क्वेरी। तो एक एक करके स्टार्ट करते हैं और आपको हैंड रेस करना है। इसके अंदर हैंड का एक सिंबल दिख रहा होगा आपके राइट हैंड कॉर्नर पे और वहां पे उसको रेस करना है आपको एंड देन मैं एक एक का नाम बोलूंगा एंड देन यू कैन आस्क। आपके जो भी डाउट है यू कैन आस्क और हम उसको एक एक करके सॉल्व करेंगे। सो लेट्स स्टार्टेड। सो फर्स्ट किसको डाउट पूछना है? वट एवर प्रॉब्लम यू आर फेसिंग इन योर यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन, ऑप्शनल सिलेक्ट करने का, कैसे स्टार्ट करना है, एनसीईआरटी कैसे पढ़ना है, नोट्स कैसे बनाना है, इसके रिलेटेड कुछ भी डाउट है यू कैन आस्क। Yes, you can unmute and you can ask your doubt.
हेलो सर।
Yes, please.
सर मैं आज न्यूज़ पढ़ रही थी तो उसमें एक टॉपिक है NSCN-IM, मुझे वो समझ नहीं आया, आप थोड़ा डिटेल दे देंगे उसकी?
देखो NSCN तो ये है कि नागालैंड का एक फैक्शन है, नेशनल सोशलिस्ट काउंसिल ऑफ ग्रेटर नागालैंड, और ये लोग एक नागालैंड कंट्री बनाने वाले हैं और इनका ये डिमांड है या फिर नागालैंड स्टेट को कंप्लीट ऑटोनॉमी मिले, तो ये उनका डिमांड है। तो इसीलिए ग्रुप वहां पे फाइट कर रहा है। तो आप सिंपल टर्म में इसको ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि ये एक सेपरेटिस्ट मूवमेंट है नागालैंड में।
ओके सर।
यस। कुछ और डाउट किसी को? आज आप अपने डाउट को प्रिपरेशन स्पेसिफिक ही रखना, टॉपिक स्पेसिफिक मत रखना। यस प्लीज।
Hello.
यस मानसी।
Sir, I want to ask that how to start the preparation and which subjects are good, means in which subject the jobs are good.
Okay, so you have done your 12th or you have done your graduation?
Sir, 12th.
12th, no? So you should start your preparation in two way. Number one, start reading newspaper from the day which you have decided that you want to give civil service examination. You can read either of this newspaper, Indian Express or the Hindu, and once after 3-4 months you are comfortable with your preparation, then you can read both the paper, Indian Express and the Hindu. Don't read any other newspaper, don't watch news channel, or don't go to YouTube or website for news. These two newspaper are more than enough for your preparation. So this is number one.
Okay,
Number
sir.
two, start reading NCERT from 6th standard to 12th standard. Say first read NCERT of 6th standard, history, civics, geography, then go to 7th, then go to 8th, then go to 9th, then go to 10th. So जब तक आपका फर्स्ट ईयर चल रहा है, so by your all the NCERT should be completed from 6th standard to 12th standard, and you will have, and you should also have fair command over newspaper. So as a result न्यूज़पेपर से आपका अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड होगा, अवेयरनेस इंक्रीज होगा, एंड जब आप एनसीईआरटी पढ़ेंगे तो बिकॉज ऑफ एनसीईआरटी आपका स्टैटिक पोर्शन अच्छा होगा। तो in this way you can start preparation.
Okay,
And when
sir.
you are in second year and third year, then start appearing for test. Say test for prelims, test for mains. You can discuss with your peer group discussion करें तो debate करें. So as a result your oral communication will improve. In पूरे examination में 3 things are important. First, your whole awareness about the general thing. Number 2, how you present yourself. Everybody has knowledge but everybody doesn't have a good way of presentation, and the number third is your attitude, your behavior.
Yes, sir.
So you have to work on all the 3 things. So in this way you can start your preparation. Yeah.
Sir, so we have to prepare the current affairs of that year only in which we are appearing for exam.
No, this is the biggest
Or
myth of preparation. Say in 2013, a leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Arun Jaitley, he met कपिल सिब्बल.
yes,
वो उस समय के आईटी मिनिस्टर थे और उनको कहा कि फेसबुक इंडिया में कुछ डेटा का इरेगुलरिटी कर रहा है. राइट नाउ वी आर इन टू 2020 और अभी फिर से यही
yes, sir.
इशू क्रॉप अप हुआ. सो इन करंट अफेयर्स देयर इज नो सच थिंग दैट यू आर बाउंडेड बाय एनी ईयर. आप अभी से कर न्यूज़पेपर को पढ़ो और जो इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक होता है इट्स एनालिसिस इज इन एडिटोरियल. आप जब एडिटोरियल को
Yes, sir.
पढ़ेंगे तो यू विल गेट डिफरेंट इनसाइट कि ओके दिस आर द डिफरेंट वे ऑफ एनालाइजिंग दिस टॉपिक. उसके बाद आपका अपना ओपिनियन डेवलप होगा एंड दिस विल हेल्प यू इन एग्जामिनेशन. So start reading
Okay, sir.
newspaper from the day you have decided that you want to appear for civil service examination. Only make notes when you are in third year. जब आपको next year appear करना है, so start making notes
Yes,
from
sir.
now. But at least read newspaper. Reading newspaper will give you 3 benefit. Number 1 is knowledge. Number 2, it will develop your analytical skill. It will develop your opinion. Number 3, it will improve your vocabulary. Say if you are
Yes,
not
sir.
good at English vocabulary, so it will introduce you some new words और उस new words को आप अपने answer writing में जब आप appear होंगे exam में तो then you can write. So this is the benefit of reading newspaper.
Okay, sir. Sir, so that notes we have to prepare. So from which book we should prepare that notes? From NCERT?
No, I am talking about the current affairs notes. So
Okay.
you are reading newspaper, say from Monday to Friday you are reading newspaper, and every Saturday you sit down and just note down the important points. Say you have read about women, you have read about data, so these are the important point you will note down. So it will help you in revision. And NCERT,
Okay,
when you are
sir.
reading, always for notes making, always remember simple formula. When you are reading any topic from multiple sources, then make notes of that topic, because it is very difficult before examination to revise all the topic. But when you are reading any topic from single source, say NCERT, then there is no point of making note.
Yeah,
You
yes.
can write on the margin of NCERT, you can attach a sticky note over there, or you can attach a A4 size paper if you want to write something else. You can highlight with highlighter. So
Okay.
if you are reading from a single
Yes.
source, no point of making notes. But if you are reading from multiple source, yes, you have to make notes. So this is simple formula you have to remember. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. किसी और को कुछ doubt है? You can ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Please.
Sir, this is Veena from Kolkata, sir.
Yes, please. You can ask, Veena.
Sir, actually, I'm an architecture student, sir.
Okay. Yes, I'm.
Sir, I'm an architecture.
I'm not getting your voice clearly.
Hello.
Yes, now it is clear.
Now, sir. Sir, actually, I'm an architecture student, sir, studying in 4th year this year, sir.
Yeah.
So, will I be able to eligible for this 2021, sir, or should I be in a final year to appear, sir?
Right now you are into your final year. Right.
No, sir. Just, it consists of 5 years course, no, sir. Just I'm in 4th year, sir. Now.
No, you have completed your 4th year or you have entered your 4th year.
Now entering to the 4th year, sir.
No, then you can give when you are into your 5th year, means when you are in your final year. There is a 2 eligibility for examination. I will just show you the thing. So the eligibility of examination, first eligibility is your age. Your age should be between 21 to 32, minimum age 21, maximum age 32. Then you can give examination. And second is educational qualification. So when you are into your final year or you have completed your graduation, you can apply for examination. So your course is of 5 years. So when you are into your 5th year, then you can give examination. The logic is, say in 2022 your graduation will be completed. Okay, prelims
Yes, sir.
2022 will be in June, mains will be in September. So the logic is, before prelims your final examination should be concluded. Before mains you should get your mark sheet of final examination. So this is the logic. So you will get your mark sheet somewhere around June, July 2022. So you will be eligible for 2022 examination of UPSC. Okay.
Okay, sir. So from now I can start the preparation. So for mains, which are the subjects can I adopt? So basically for architecture student, there is no subject related to. No, sir.
Yes, correct. So you can start preparation by
The
reading.
subject for mains should be apart from architecture or.
Yes, there is no subject which relate with architecture. The closest subject which relate with architecture is civil engineering. But again, I think you will face difficulties when you choose civil engineering. So you can go for humanities subject like history, geography, sociology, philosophy, anthropology, in which you have interest. Or second alternative is, suppose you are from Punjab, you can go for Punjabi literature. Or say you are Hindi speaker, so you can go for Hindi literature or English literature. So either you can go for literature subject as your main optional, or either you can choose any humanity subject. So anyway you can go. So there is no compulsion that you have to choose your graduation subject only. So you can choose any subject so in which you have a deep interest.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm
Yes,
Sushil
please.
from Sikkim.
Yes.
I have a question. I'm right now in final year of engineering, is computer science engineering.
Okay.
And I'll be completing it in this year, December. So I want to plan for preparation for the year 2022. So how should I plan for that?
Okay. You want to give examination in 2022.
Yes, sir.
So right now, what you can do, you start reading newspaper start reading newspaper on the daily basis, Indian Express or the Hindu.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, start reading NCERT from 6th standard. So
Okay.
first read 6th standard NCERT, after completion then go for 7th, then go for 8th. In examination, 2 things are important. One is your concept, how you
Yes.
understand your concept. Like if I say what is the democracy, a person who is not aware, he will give just a narrow definition of a democracy, like Abraham Lincoln quote, democracy is a
Yes.
form of government for the people, of the people, by the people.
Yes.
But this is not enough for UPSC point of view. So
Yes.
first you need to learn concept, all the dimension of concept. Democracy in political sphere, democracy in economic sphere, democracy in social sphere. Suppose we are not allowing female to do job. Suppose we are not allowing female to choose the profession which they like. This is also not the democracy.
Yes.
Suppose we are not giving proper wages to workers. That is also not democracy. So you should expand the concept in multidimensional manner. Don't restrict yourself in single dimension. So this can be done by reading newspaper as well as having thinking brain.
Okay.
Second, whatever concept you learn, you just connect that concept with your surrounding, with your experience, with your observation, with event and issue which you read in newspaper. So in this way, it can help you.
Okay.
So read newspaper, NCERT, so read NCERT, and then after 1 year, when you are done with all the concept, then start appearing for a test. Test for MCQ for mains, MCQ for prelims, and then for mains you have to practice answer writing. So in this way you can go.
So in the next year, when is the earliest that I can join some coaching centers? The earliest time?
Earliest time before 1 year before examination, you
Yes.
can join coaching class.
So next year.
Because 1 year is I think it is sufficient. Say your examination is scheduled in June 2022, then you can join by June 2021, because it will take 1 year, 1 month to get adjusted with the syllabus, and then after 1 month you can start your preparation. So early you start preparing, the early you will become comfortable with syllabus.
So you were saying that from January to June, I can go with newspapers and NCERT books, and after that, I can join some coaching centers.
Yes.
That will be okay. So, since I have CSC background, what is the optional that I can opt for?
No, there is no optional directly linked with computer science, but indirectly mathematics is there, right? So mathematics has some linkages with computer science syllabus.
Yes.
Otherwise, you don't have any other optional which link directly with computer science. So you can do one thing. You can go for humanities subject, or if you are good at say physics, or if you are good at mathematics, then you can choose that thing also.
Okay, sir.
For choosing optional, there are 5 criteria. First criteria is your interest.
Yes, sir.
In which subject you are interested. Giving my example, I have done my graduation in electrical engineering, but electrical engineering was my second interest. My first interest was politics, economy, reading humanity thing. But as humanity hasn't got much good career option, so I choose for engineering. So first, what is your interest area? Number 2, what is your educational background? Do you have any optional which align with your educational background? Third, what is the syllabus of that optional? Whether it has a huge syllabus or whether it has a short syllabus. Fourth, what are the nature of asking question in examination? Whether they ask a direct question, whether they ask analytical question, whether they ask a numerical, and in which portion you are good. And last, what is the marking scheme, whether that option is scoring or it is not scoring. Irrespective of your interest, your main intention behind choosing an optional is to score well in examination, so that you get good service and good cadre. So the optional which has got good scoring pattern, you should go for with that optional. So these are the 5 criteria in which you can put any optional and then select it.
So, studying NCERT books, newspapers, and then joining coaching center. Apart from that, do we need to do some extracurricular things apart from this syllabus?
No, not required. Only thing is, like, you have to discuss with your friends, you have to discuss with your peer group, like about Facebook, the controversy surrounding Facebook. So you just sit with 2-3 friends and you start discussing what are the pros and cons, how we can prevent it. The multinational companies are directly threatening government, or they are disturbing the social fabric of India, how we can reduce it. So you just have to discuss the problem with your peer group, your friend, and you have to find a viable solution. Your solution should be pragmatic. So in this thing you have to do, and this will improve your communication skill, your delivery skill, because when you are appearing for interview, say an interviewer will ask, say you are posted in so and so district, there is a lots of corruption in your district, how you are going to tackle that thing. So within 2-3 seconds you have to respond. So this, your response time should be very less, and this can be done by discussing with your friend or discussing with your peer group. This can be done.
So I am seeing so many interview videos online. There I see that questions are asked from any field, whether or not it is related to what you have studied or not. So how should we prepare for that?
No, but they basically check your awareness. Interview is not about knowledge. They have already checked your knowledge in prelims stage. They have already checked your knowledge in mains stage. Interview is all about how you say, whether you know anything or whether you don't know anything. Suppose if anyone asks me a question and I will say, I don't know. So this is a blunt, they show arrogance. But if I say, sorry sir, I don't know, I will try to learn this thing. So this is the humble way of saying. So interview is just a way of presenting yourself, and 3 type of questions are asked in interview. One is related to your profile, related to your background. Say you have done engineering. So say they will ask you different programming language, different software. Second is about current affairs, and third is about behavior or situation related. Say you are collector of so and so district, how you will solve this problem. So they just check your response. They just check how you are responding this thing. They are not interested in knowledge, because if you are knowledgeable, then only you have reached up to this stage.
Yes.
So this is the whole thing about interview.
So how important it is to know about your own particular state, like how deep we should have the knowledge?
Yes, it is very important, because if you belong to any state, if you belong to any region, and if you don't know the problem of that region, how you are expected to know the problem of a whole India? How you are expected to know the problem of a whole world? So because first you are not able to know problem of yourself only. So you should be aware. But awareness should not be like, say, you are from Assam, then you should know each and everything of Assam. You should know the thing in a broad manner. So this should be there.
Okay. So that's all I have, sir. Thank you so much for your answer, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, any other doubt?
Hi, sir. This is Nalin. Actually, I have completed my BTech in mechanical. Okay. But I have interest in the field of geography.
Geography, yes.
So while choosing optional, I'm more inclined towards geography only.
Yeah.
But उसको पढ़ने के लिए सर, उसके सिलेबस को कवर करने के लिए एज एन ऑप्शनल क्या पढ़ना जरूरी है सर?
अच्छा, उसका तो बुक लिस्ट है. ज्योग्राफी सब्जेक्ट दो वे में डिवाइडेड है. One, that is the physical geography, which has scientific portion. Another is human geography, which has social and economic part. तो उसके पढ़ने के लिए एक बुक लिस्ट है. तो आप जब ये लेक्चर खत्म हो तो जो हमारा एडमिन है वहां पे आप व्हाट्सएप करना है, आपको एक बुक लिस्ट सेंड कर देंगे.
ओके सर.
सो फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी के लिए 2-3 बुक अच्छी है. एक सविंदर सिंह अच्छी है, एक स्ट्रॉलर अच्छी है, और एक जीसी लियोंग अच्छी है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी. और फॉर ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी यू हैव माजिद हुसैन एंड रूपा मेड सिंपल, एक बुक सीरीज आता है, तो उसके 2 बुक इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो बुक का लिस्ट आपको मिल जाएगा यहाँ से. तो आप एडमिन को कांटेक्ट करना है, दे विल गिव यू. व्हाट इज योर गुड नेम?
ओके सर, माय नेम इज नलिन आनंद.
Malin Anand.
Actually I am working as an IT professional now currently. So how can we manage time for both the things, since now we are working from home, so we are getting more time?
Okay.
So this is a very good time for us to start studying. Actually, we have started studying for the past 2-3 months.
Okay.
So how can we manage timings for both the work as well as?
Okay, I will say. See, first of all, if you are not working anywhere, you will have problem of money. Second, if you are working, then you will have problem of time management. So irrespective of whatever is your condition, you are bound to face one or other challenges. You have to somehow overcome challenges, and then you have to prepare. Now think in this way. UPSC examination is your dream. But right now you are into your IT field because you want to pay your bills, you want to manage your day-to-day expenses, because without money nothing can be done. So you are right now here at this place, and you are to reach over here. This is civil service examination, and this is you are in IT. Civil service examination is your dream job. For that, somehow you have to sacrifice some of your habit. Say your habit on social media. Say you are meeting your friends, or you are somehow wasting your time. Also, you are wasting your time in entertainment. So whatever free time you get after your IT job, just invest it in UPSC preparation. And this can be done in 2 ways. Number 1, when you are from your office, say your office is from morning 10 to evening 7 o'clock. Say by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you are at your home. So either you can read from 9 to 1 in the night, or just go for early sleep and wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and read from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So somehow on the daily basis, you have to invest 4 hours, 5 hours, you have to invest. And when it is Saturday, Sunday, you just give, Saturday, Sunday will be your holiday. So on Saturday, Sunday, you give your complete 24 hours for UPSC preparation. So you have 24 hours, so effectively you can read up to 10 or 12 hours. So utilizing Saturday, Sunday in a better manner, and weekdays 3-4 hours every day, that will be more than enough. So in this way you can do. And when you are into your company, assuming that your company starts, and when you are into a company, then you are always in front of system. Then there you can read online newspaper. So you can easily find 30 minutes, 40 minutes or 1 hour from your job, and then you can read newspaper. So in this way you can balance both the things. Your job will be also be balanced, and your UPSC preparation will be also be balanced. See, in our life we always face two challenges. One challenge is long term, another is short term. Short term challenges is about survival. Means right now if you are not going for job, you will face a money crunch. And long term challenges is of growth. Say if you are looking at growth in your personal space, so you, for that you are giving your UPSC examination. So you have to tackle your short term challenges also, you have to tackle your long term challenges also. So in this way, just think and you will get a solution.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, one more question. Actually, now I am 25 years old. Okay. So I have just started preparing, as I already told, 4 or 5 months back. So is it too late to start preparing or something?
No. I will give you one example. Mahathir Mohamad, he was elected as a Prime Minister of Malaysia at the age of 92. At the age of 92, the person was elected as a Prime Minister of Malaysia. At the age of 94, उनको वहां से हटा दिया गया. And now at the age of 94, he has decided that he will form a new political party, and then he will contest the next election, which is due after 3 years. So at the age of 97, he and his new political party will contest election in Malaysia, and he is confident about winning. So at the age of 94, a person can form a new political party. Why can't you at the age of 25 start preparing for UPSC? 32 is an upper age limit. So you are at 25, so still you have 7 years. So that is more than enough for your preparation. Age is just number, nothing else. So don't bound yourself only with age. इसमें क्या होता है कि when we are 18 year of age, हमारे लाइफ में कुछ खराब एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हुए होते हैं, तो we are too much enthusiastic. बट जैसे जैसे हमारा एज होता है, हमें एक्सपीरियंस होते रहते हैं, हम लोगों को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, और वो हमें डिमोरलाइज करता है. और फिर हम सोचते हैं कि नहीं देखो, उसने प्रिपेयर किया था, उसका तो नहीं हुआ, तो मेरा कैसे हो सकता है, या फिर मैंने पहले किया होता तो मुझे ज्यादा बेनिफिट होता. सो डोंट लेट दिस एक्सपीरियंसेस और दिस ऑब्जर्वेशन block your success. So you can very well start at the age of 25, and even you can clear examination. There is no doubt about it. But you should be consistent in your preparation. You should have patience with yourself, and this thing will be done. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, please. Yes, next out.
Hello, sir. This is Nutan Mokharia.
Yes.
This year I have completed my 12th class from medical stream. So please tell me, how can I go for this?
You have completed your 12th right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can do one thing. Start reading newspaper, Indian Express or The Hindu. And second, start reading NCERT books from 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard in this manner, 6 to 12. So जब तक आपका फर्स्ट ईयर कंप्लीट नहीं होता है, by then complete all the NCERT. So you will get familiar with her concept, and while reading newspaper you will get a general awareness. And when you are in second and third year of your college, start appearing for test, prelims test, mains test, उसके लिए appear करना. So इसमें क्या होगा कि you will learn concept also, and second you will learn how to utilize your concept also. So in this way you can go.
Sir, I am from medical stream, so can I go for this?
Yes, you can go. Absolutely, you can go. Say if you are medical students, then you can choose medical science as a optional. You can choose psychology as a optional. You can choose the botany or zoology as a optional, or you can go for anthropology, which has inclination towards medical science. It is between humanity and medical science, so you can go for it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and medical science is, as it is a 5-year course, so you can do one thing in first and second year, try to complete all the NCERT and basic books. Then third, fourth, and fifth year, along with your internship, try to appear for the test. So in this way, you can balance your preparation.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. Next out.
Sir, I'm Sushil once again.
Yes, Sushil, please.
Sir, about reading from newspapers, do we need to read the whole thing, or there is a particular section that we need to focus on?
No, in newspaper, you first have to focus on the editorial. So editorials are important page of newspaper. So whatever is important event, they write editorial on that thing. So first you have to read editorial, and after reading editorial, you have to focus on the day-to-day event. So in that you just read only headlines कि फेसबुक ने ये किया या इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी ये हुआ, मुंबई में फ्लड हो गया. सो यू रीड ओनली हेडलाइंस, बट एडिटोरियल यू रीड इन अ वेरी वेल मैनर, बिकॉज एडिटोरियल इज ऑल अबाउट एनालिसिस. तो इस वे में देखना. ओके
सो after reading NCERT books, are there any other books that we can follow for a summarization of all this thing?
Yes, there are books. You have to read a reference book also. For each subject, there are 1 or 2 references books. So that also you have to read. So if you need book list, you just contact our reception. They will provide you book list.
Okay. Okay. Sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes. Next out.
Hello.
Yes, Mansi, you gonna.
Sir, how many chances we get to crack the exam or to give the exam?
That is 6 attempt. I will show you the document.
Okay, sir.
If you belong to general category or economically weaker section, 6 times you can appear for examination. If you belong to other backward caste, this is +3. So 6 + 3, that is 9. If you belong to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, there is no restriction on application. You can appear for examination as many times till your age is 37. And if you are differentially able, you will get a 9 attempt. So this is attempt. So these are the 5 eligibility. One is the nationality, should be Indian. Another is age. So for general category, minimum age is 21 and 32 is maximum age. In upper age limit, there is age relaxation. For OBC, it is +3, that is 35. For SC, ST, +5, that is 37. For differentially able, +10, that is 42. And for ex-serviceman, that is +5, that is 37. Third is educational qualification. Fourth is a restriction on application. Say you have given UPSC examination and you have got IEF or IFS, then you are not eligible to apply further. And if you got IPS, then you can apply only once. And fifth is so these are the 5 eligibility for examination. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, as I have passed out from PCM, so which subjects I can choose?
You can choose physics, chemistry, and mathematics. You can choose, or if you are not comfortable with technical subjects, say technical subject, science subject, it has one disadvantage, that you have to be exceptionally well to score over there. But if you choose a humanity subject like history, political science, anthropology, there by investing less time you can score well, and it will help you in your general study as well. Suppose you are choosing history, it will help you in general study 1. Geography in general study 1. Society, if you are choosing sociology, it will help you in general study 1, general study 2. So humanity subject will help you in general study, but a scientific subject will not help you. So if you are very good in physics, chemistry, or mathematics, then go for it. But if you think that you are not that comfortable, then choose any humanity subject.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sushil, you have raised your hand, so you have any doubt?
Hello, sir. Aman this side.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I am now I am 20 years old, sir, and I am doing BBA 3rd year last year. This is my last year. So, sir, I have to ask that I have ample of times that by preparing it for UPSC.
Yes.
And how much I have to give, sir?
See,
my college.
Yes, number of hours is not important. See, it is important the quality of the study. Say for example, Sehwag is batting and he can score 100 runs in 40 balls. And say Rahul Dravid is batting, he will score 100 runs in 110 ball. So 100 run is important, balls are not important. So what you do, you just devise your weekly schedule. Say week 1, week 2, week 3, and devise your whole year schedule. So you will have 52-week schedule. So in week 1, what you are going to do? Say week 1, you will read 6th history NCERT. Week 2, you will read 6th geography NCERT. In this way, devise your weekly schedule and try to achieve your weekly target. It doesn't depend how many hours you are reading. Say you can read 3 hours per day, you can read 8 hours per day, depending upon your suitability and your comfortability. Suppose Monday you have a college assignment, you are not getting time, then Tuesday you can invest. Say when you are traveling from your home to college, that time you can utilize in bus or in any mode of metro, any mode of transport. So time is not important. Important is whether you are able to achieve that targets or not. So never devise a schedule which is a time bound. हम लोग जब शेड्यूल बनाते हैं तो biggest mistake और blunder क्या करते हैं? Like 8 a.m. I will wake up, then I will have breakfast, then I will go for exercise. At 10 a.m. I will start my preparation. Then 2:30 I will take lunch. Then I will take afternoon nap. Then snacks. Then रात को सोना. तो ये we are not mechanical. तो ये बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. तो टाइम बाउंड रखना ही नहीं है, हमें टारगेट रखना है कि टुडे आई वांट टू कंप्लीट दिस 3 चैप्टर्स. सो अगर मैं जल्दी कंप्लीट करता हूँ, आई कैन एंजॉय माय डे, आई कैन वॉच टीवी, आई कैन गो फॉर आउटिंग. अगर नहीं कंप्लीट करता हूँ, सो आई हैव टू सैक्रिफाइस माय स्लीप आल्सो. सो इन दिस वे यू जस्ट मेक टारगेट. और मैं तो स्टूडेंट को क्या बोलता हूँ कि फर्स्ट यू अंडरस्टैंड एग्जामिनेशन. This is demands of mains examination. This is demand of prelims examination. This is demand of interview. Now what you do, you devise your schedule so that it cater demand of all the 3. If you are working, then keep your work hours aside. If you are students, if you are enrolled in college, then you keep your college hour aside. और उसके बाद जो भी free time मिलता है, उस free time को अच्छे से utilize करो. So in this way you can devise your schedule. अगर आपको शेड्यूल बनाने में कोई दिक्कत है तो आप क्या करना है, एक वीकली शेड्यूल बनाना टेंटेटिव और वो मुझे भेजना, तो मैं उसमें आपको सजेस्ट कर दूंगा कि और क्या क्या आप इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकते हैं.
ओके सर. और सर एक क्वेश्चन था सर, मैं जैसे मैं सर 11th और 12th में सर मेरे पास कॉमर्स विदाउट मैथ्स थी, सर मेरे को प्रॉब्लम आएगी सर मैथ्स में?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, क्योंकि मैथ्स जो है वो तो 10th स्टैंडर्ड लेवल का है और वो जो सी सेट वाले पेपर में है, जनरल स्टडी 2 का जो पेपर है तो सिर्फ उसी में आएगा. तो और वो बहुत इजी होता है, 10th स्टैंडर्ड लेवल का होता है, तो उसमें कोई टेंशन नहीं है उतना. बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन आते हैं, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, इंटरेस्ट, तो वो 10th स्टैंडर्ड के लेवल का होता है और वो किसी को भी डिफिकल्टी नहीं होगा उसमें.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
यस, Danish, you have raised your hand. कुछ डाउट है आपको?
Hello sir.
Yes, Sweta, you can ask.
Sir, I am from commerce background. So, what are the best subjects for UPSC examination?
Best subjects are commerce and accountancy 1, statistics 2, and management 3. So these are the 3 optional which are related to commerce stream. So you can choose any one of them if you are comfortable in your commerce, and if you are not comfortable, then you can go for a humanities subject.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Akash Kumar.
Sir, can you?
Yes, sir. Danish, you can ask.
Sir, can you suggest me for static GK?
How to study?
So static GK, like that facts and all, like current affairs we can study from newspapers, and that another thing which we need to remember.
Which examination you are targeting? UPSC or some other examination?
UPSC, sir.
No, but in UPSC that static GK doesn't have much importance. How you can do? Suppose in today newspaper WTO news came, so you just read what are the objective of WTO, who are the member of WTO, where are the headquarters of WTO, how WTO was formed, what are the history.
Means, sir, the topic, the headline we have to read, we can go the brief of that, means the deep study of that headline only.
Yes. So in this way, by 1 year, all your static GK will be prepared. So in UPSC, hardly they ask question. Maybe 3-4 question they will ask out of 100 in prelims from a static GK, and that can also be done by newspaper or respective subject book. Suppose if you want to learn about WTO, then in economy textbook there will be information about WTO. Or if you want to study about Election Commission of India, then in a polity book, there will be detail of Election Commission of India. So there is no point of reading on a separate book. The cost benefit will be very low, and you will invest lots of time over there. Yes.
So sir, here do we need to keep any knowledge regarding sports or not? It is not necessary like that.
No, in sports, if you have interest, then you can read, or that instance or example, you can just quote example. But from UPSC examination point of view, sports news are not at all important. Hardly they ask question. Last question related to sports they have asked in 2013 mains examination. 2 questions they have asked. One is about DRS, जो क्रिकेट में यूज होता है, और दूसरा डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फ्लैग्स विच आर यूज्ड इन कार रेसिंग. फॉर्मूला 1 का रेसिंग आपने देखा होगा, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ फ्लैग वो यूज करते हैं, व्हाइट फ्लैग, रेड फ्लैग, ग्रीन फ्लैग, एंड एवरी फ्लैग हैज अ डिफरेंट सिग्निफिकेंट. So hardly they ask questions. So last they have asked the question that was in 2013 mains examination. उसके बाद अभी तक उन्होंने नहीं पूछा.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Next out.
Sir, if in optional subject we take maths, what is the syllabus extent for that?
Mathematics, whatever you have studied in your BSc mathematics. So first year, second year, 3 years. For any optional, the syllabus is of honors level, level higher than graduation and bit lower than masters.
Okay. So because I am from computer science background, so that will be difficult for me because I don't have anything.
So you have computer in computer science. The subject may be maths 1, maths 2, maths 3, and maths 4. Okay. So you can say that consists just 40% of mathematical optionals.
Okay. So just have to prepare on myself.
Rest you have to prepare, yes.
Can we have
technical subjects are a bit lengthy, and if you are very good, then you go for technical subject. If you are very good in that, then only go. Otherwise, go for humanity. Humanity are safe. They will help you in GS also. And humanity, nobody will get 0 marks. Suppose they ask about industrial revolution or they ask about caste system. Everybody knows something about this thing. You will be not be blank. But in mathematics, if they ask you any theory, either you can write or either you cannot write. So this is the risk with a technical subject.
So can we get some help for humanity subjects, optional subjects also, like some teachers?
Teacher you will find. You can do one thing. If you are selecting your mathematical optional, then go with your college teacher and ask, sir, these are the topic, say Laplace equation. So sir, from where I can get more information? So they will suggest you some book. Say you write some previous year paper, and then go to your respective faculty and then get a check with them in your college, sir, I have written in this way, whether this is the right approach, or please you just correct me. So in this way you can take help of your college teacher. So regarding subject of your graduation, you can take help of your college teacher. There is no problem.
So what are the chances to clear this exam in the first attempt?
नहीं, chances are 100% chances. See, एक मेरे प्रोफेसर थे कॉलेज में, वो मुझे ऐसे कहते थे कि when you want to achieve your goal, don't focus on goal, just focus on the process. Say you want to clear examination in first attempt, so for that in prelims you have to solve 70 MCQ correctly. In mains examination you have to write your answer well. In interview you have to speak well. So if you are doing all the 3 things correctly, then why आपका selection नहीं होगा, है ना? तो always focus on the process कि I will read book, I will acquire knowledge, and I will use that knowledge in examination in a very proper manner, in a very lucid manner. Whatever question they are asking in examination in any way, whether it is of 100 words, 200 words, or 1000 words, or whether it is in oral way, I will answer each and everything to the point. They will give you marks, and once they will give you marks, you will clear exam. So there is no point of thinking about a goal. Whether you clear exam in first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, doesn't matter, because ultimately you will go into service. Only matter ये करेगा कि आप कितना early service में जाते हैं. बट जब आप इसको सोचने लगते हो ना, तो प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है कि समहाउ हम अपने फ्यूचर को फोरकास्ट करने लगते हैं कि इन 2022 आई विल प्रिपेयर फॉर एग्जामिनेशन, 2023 में मेरा सिलेक्शन होगा और फिर उसके बाद मैं ऑफिसर बनूंगा, आई विल डू दिस दैट. तो वो इट इज बिट लाइक अ डे ड्रीमिंग हो जाता है. And there is a very thin dividing line between dream and daydreaming. So dream is followed by action and daydreaming is followed by laziness. तो आप ऐसा मत सोचना, आप सिर्फ ये सोचना कि you want to get all your fundamentals correct, all your process should be correct, and then आपका सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा.
Okay सर, अभी मेरे पास currently ICSE की बुक्स है, so वो भी relevant है, so you can go through that also, और NCERT पढ़ना?
नहीं, NCERT पढ़ना. NCERT ज्यादा वाइड स्प्रेड है. ICSE में इन्वायरमेंट की बुक अच्छी है, बाकी सब सब्जेक्ट में उतना आपको हेल्प नहीं मिलेगा. तो NCERT पढ़ना. NCERT ट्राइड एंड टेस्टेड है. आप प्रीवियस के पेपर्स को भी देखो तो क्वेश्चन को रिलेट कर पाओगे. और NCERT उन्होंने लूसिड मैनर में भी लिखा है. तो अगर आपको हार्ड कॉपी वहां से नहीं मिलता है तो आप NCERT की वेबसाइट पे जाके डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, और डाउनलोड करके कोई फोटोशॉप का शॉप होगा, वहां से आप प्रिंट निकाल लेना और उसका स्पाइरल कर लेना. तो वैसे भी आप पढ़ सकते हैं अगर सॉफ्ट कॉपी में आप कंफर्टेबल नहीं है तो.
थैंक यू सो मच.
यस, नेक्स्ट आउट. अमन, यशस्वी आपने हैंड रेज किया है. राजकिशोर आपने हैंड रेज किया है. यू कैन आस्क योर डाउट.
या सर, आई एम आस्किंग दैट can I take optional history and geo if you are already in mains?
Aman, your voice is not clear, please.
Sir, can we take optional history and geo?
Yes, you can. You can
already included in mains, sir.
हाँ, you can take it. You can take any subject as your optional. There is no doubt about it.
But they are included in mains exam.
हाँ, optionals are in mains examination, correct?
Yes sir. Okay. So can I? अच्छा, history ले सकता हूँ मैं?
क्या बोल रहे हो? आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी.
Okay sir. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Next आप पूछ सकते हैं. Next out. राजकिशोर, यशस्वी, Rincy.
Yes. Recently, I am completing my 12th class from science, non-medical, and I am confusing to choose my graduation subject. Which can I choose for preparation? Which help me in preparation of UPSC?
What is your marks in 12th?
Sir, 90.2%.
Okay, so you can do. You can go for 2-3 option. Non-medical. So first is engineering is an option. You can go for engineering if you are interested. Then you can go for BSc. BSc in applied physics, applied mathematics, or physics chemistry. You can go. Or third option is you can go for humanity subject like BA honors history, BA honors sociology, BA honors political science, if you are deeply interested in UPSC examination. So these are the 3 options, any one of which you can choose. But whatever graduation you choose, that should depend upon your interest. कि आपको इंटरेस्ट किस में है. आपको इंजीनियरिंग में इंटरेस्ट है, बीएससी में. जैसे इंजीनियरिंग में यू विल गेट टू लर्न एप्लीकेशन पार्ट. जब आप बीएससी लेते हो तो उसके अंदर स्टैटिक पोर्शन ज्यादा पढ़ते हो, और ह्यूमैनिटी सब्जेक्ट लेते हो तो दैट विल बी ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट. तो अब आपको देखना है कि आपका इंटरेस्ट कहाँ पे लाई कर रहा है, तो उस हिसाब से आप देखना.
सर मींस मैं अगर बीएससी केमिस्ट्री से करूंगी तो फिर मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी प्रिपरेशन में, हिस्ट्री वगैरह जो सब्जेक्ट होते हैं?
नहीं, बिल्कुल दिक्कत नहीं होगा. यूपीएससी का सिलेबस इस तरीके से डिजाइन किया गया है कि कोई अगर आर्ट्स बैकग्राउंड का स्टूडेंट है तो दे विल फेस प्रॉब्लम इन ज्योग्राफी, इन्वायरमेंट एंड साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. जो साइंस बैकग्राउंड का स्टूडेंट्स है दे विल फेस बिट डिफिकल्टी इन इकोनॉमी एंड हिस्ट्री. लेकिन वो ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत ज्यादा आपको टफ पड़ेगा, बिल्कुल भी समझ में नहीं आएगा. अच्छे से आप पढ़ोगे तो वो हो भी जाएगा. तो वो ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत टफ है. और इनफैक्ट अगर मैं आपको स्टेटिस्टिक्स कहूं तो अराउंड 80% स्टूडेंट्स इंक्लूडिंग इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड के स्टूडेंट्स, मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड के स्टूडेंट्स और बीएससी वाले, वो लोग एग्जाम क्लियर करते हैं. जबकि यूपीएससी में ह्यूमैनिटी के ज्यादा सब्जेक्ट है, फिर भी वो लोग क्लियर करते हैं। तो ग्रेजुएशन को सिर्फ आप इस वे में मत देखो कि ग्रेजुएशन में आप कॉलेज में एनरोल होंगे, आपको नॉलेज मिलेगा। आप उसको इस वे में देखो कि कॉलेज में आप जाओगे, इंटरेक्ट करोगे लोगों के साथ, जो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ोगे तो उससे आपका मेंटल डेवलपमेंट भी तो होगा। जैसे मैंने इंजीनियरिंग किया, तो मैंने इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग किया, तो इन इलेक्ट्रिकल यू कैन नॉट सी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। तो वहां पे हमारे प्रोफेसर हमें बताते थे कि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर फ्लोइंग इन दिस वे, दैट वे, सो यू जस्ट हैव टू इमेजिन, यू जस्ट हैव टू फोरकास्ट। और जब आप ऐसे फोरकास्ट कर पाएंगे, देन आपका लॉजिकल पावर इंक्रीज होगा, एंड देन दैट विल हेल्प यू इन अदर सब्जेक्ट एज वेल। तो आप ले सकते हैं बीएससी, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
And sir, I am reading the newspaper The Hindu. So what can I read? Can I read full newspaper?
No, you have to read a selected newspaper. So for newspaper, what we are doing, हमारा एक टेलीग्राम ग्रुप है, वहां पे डेली मैं न्यूज़पेपर में न्यूज मार्क करके अपलोड कर देता हूँ। तो यू कैन ज्वाइन दैट टेलीग्राम ग्रुप, और फिर उसके बाद वहां से आप न्यूज पढ़ सकते हैं। तो if there are 60-70 news in newspaper, only 10 to 15 are useful for us for our examination point of view. Rest is not important. तो वो टेलीग्राम ग्रुप को आप ज्वाइन कर लेना, तो उससे आपको पता चल जाएगा कौन से न्यूज काम का है, कौन सा काम का नहीं है।
So from which link I can join Telegram?
हाँ, you can Telegram, तो उसका लिंक I will ask my admin department. You just send them WhatsApp message and they will send you Telegram group link. You can join.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, next out.
Sir, suggest me some best MBA colleges, pocket friendly MBA colleges, and in which field MBA should be best.
See, for MBA, the best is you are getting enrolled in IIM through CAT. Second option is you can go for XLRI, Jamshedpur. Third is IBS. Fourth, you can go for Symbiosis. So these are some good MBA college. In Delhi, you have FMS, Delhi University का है, Faculty of Management Studies. So in this colleges, if you are doing MBA, that is good. अब MBA आप कौन से सेक्टर में कर सकते हैं? तो HRM में कर सकते हैं, Human Resource Management में. Then you can do in operation, you can do in strategy, you can do in marketing. But personally, what I feel, these two things are very important. One is HRM, that is Human Resource Management, and number two, that is marketing. These two are very important.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Yashasvi Rensi, you have raised your hand.
Sir,
Yes, Raj Kishore, you can ask.
this is Yashasvi Rai. Actually, I had taken admission in BSc this year.
Yes.
How to start preparation for civil services, and in which year we need to join coaching, and how to divide time for preparation of these both.
See, when you are in 3-year graduation course, so in that case, join coaching in your very first year. अगर आप इंजीनियरिंग में है, 4th ईयर में 4 ईयर का कोर्स है, तो उसमें आप 2nd ईयर में ज्वाइन करो. सेम फॉर मेडिकल. बट आप बीएससी, बीकॉम, बीए उसमें 1st ईयर में ज्वाइन कर लो. तो आप इनकेस जब कोचिंग ज्वाइन करते हो तब आपको कैसे प्रिपरेशन करना है, और कोचिंग नहीं ज्वाइन करते हो तब कैसे प्रिपरेशन करना है, मैं दोनों बताता हूँ. कि व्हेन यू आर इनरोल इन कोचिंग, तो हमारे वहां बच्चों को क्या कहते हैं कि यू हैव टू डू जस्ट 3 थिंग. Number 1, whatever we are teaching in class on the daily basis, you just have to go to your home and you have to revise that thing. So जैसे जैसे क्लास में सिलेबस खत्म होगा, आपका सिलेबस भी खत्म हो जाएगा. Number 1. Number 2, you have to read a daily newspaper. And number 3, whatever test, हमारे वहाँ हम weekly test लेते हैं. Every Sunday you will have test. तो वीकली जो आपका टेस्ट होता है, सो यू हैव टू अपीयर इन दैट टेस्ट आल्सो. सो इस 3 वे में हम अपने बच्चों को बोलते हैं प्रिपेयर करने के लिए. सो व्हाटएवर वी आर डूइंग इन क्लास, जस्ट रिवाइज इट. Number 2, read daily newspaper and prepare for test. But say if you are not joining any coaching, और फिर कैसे आपको प्रिपेयर करना है, तो then read newspaper and read basic NCERT on the daily basis. तो इस वे में आप प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हैं. और दूसरा, कॉलेज के साथ कैसे आपको बैलेंस करना है, तो से कॉलेज का टाइम है आपका फ्रॉम 8 AM in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. उसके बाद आप फ्री टाइम है तो आप डेली एक टाइम डिसाइड कर लो कि से इवनिंग 5 to 11 आई हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर यूपीएससी, और एनी टाइम अकॉर्डिंग टू कॉलेज के हिसाब से एडजस्ट कर लो, और वो टाइम पे स्ट्रिक्टली आपको बैठ के पढ़ना ही है। तो उससे क्या होगा कि वो एक डिसिप्लिन आ जाएगा। और जैसे कि हम जॉब पे कैसे जाते हैं कि 8 to 5 मेरा जॉब का टाइमिंग है, तो हम टाइम पे वहां पहुंचते हैं और 5 बजे ही वहां से निकलते हैं, चाहे कितना भी बोर हो रहे हैं, बट जॉब पे हम बैठे रहते हैं। तो वैसे ही आप एक फिक्स टाइम डिसाइड कर लो। आप ये काम कर सकते हो, कॉलेज की लाइब्रेरी में बैठ के भी पढ़ सकते हो, या फिर आप डिसाइड कर सकते हो अपने घर में बैठ के भी पढ़ सकते हो। बट अगर कोचिंग ज्वाइन करोगे तो उससे एक फायदा ये होगा कि आपको एक डायरेक्शन मिल जाएगा, और दूसरे बच्चों के साथ जब आप प्रिपेयर करेंगे तो आपके अंदर एक वो कम्पिटिटिवनेस आएगा कि देखो बाकी लोग प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं तो मुझे भी प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए। तो ये एक एडिशनल बेनिफिट है।
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes, Rensi, you have raised your hand. Rensi, you can ask your doubt. Okay, जब तक इनका कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, anyone else, if you have any doubt, then you can ask. किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है? ओके, अगर किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है तो फिर हम सेशन को कंक्लूड करते हैं।
सर, आई हैव एन क्वेश्चन।
यस प्लीज।
सर, एमबीए के लिए अगर मुझे कोचिंग चाहिए तो आप प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, या फिर और अनदर आपके पास कोई है?
किसके लिए? एमबीए के लिए?
यस, कैट के लिए।
नहीं, कैट के लिए हमारे वहाँ नहीं है, हमारा सिर्फ यूपीएससी का है।
ओके, एनी सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं अगर कोई?
आपको कौन सी सिटी में चाहिए? दिल्ली में चाहिए या फिर किसमें?
दिल्ली में।
ठीक है, तो मैं यहाँ पे वर्कआउट करता हूँ कि देखो कौन सा ठीक है, तो उस हिसाब से मैं आपको सजेस्ट कर पाऊंगा।
ओके सर।
यस।
हेलो। यस सर।
यस प्लीज।
हाँ सर, ये इसी का ये डाउट था कि सर उसने एमएससी फिजिक्स में किया है, अभी जस्ट कंप्लीट हुआ उसका वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है इसमें, तो उसके लिए उसको मतलब चाहिए था कि वो फिजिक्स को ऑप्शनल लेके कर सकती है, या फिर उसमें कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होगा क्या?
नहीं, कर सकते हैं। जैसे एमएससी आपने फिजिक्स किया है तो आपको मोर देन इनफ नॉलेज होगा फिजिक्स का, तो क्योंकि ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट जो होता है वो ग्रेजुएशन से ऊपर होता है, मास्टर से नीचे होता है लेवल, ऑनर्स लेवल का होता है, तो आप ले सकते हैं फिजिक्स। जो भी आपने अभी तक पढ़ा है उतना ही आएगा ऑप्शनल में। बट मैंने कहा ना कि जो साइंटिफिक सब्जेक्ट है तो उसमें एक यही रिस्क होता है कि आपका अगर कंसेप्ट बहुत अच्छा है देन आप लो, और अगर कंसेप्ट में थोड़ा बहुत डाउट है तो देन आप ह्यूमैनिटी सब्जेक्ट को ले सकते हैं।
जी सर, उसमें बैचलर्स लेवल तक ही आएगा?
यस, बैचलर से बिट हायर, दैट इज ऑनर्स लेवल का।
ओके सर।
यस। कुछ और डाउट किसी को? ओके, तो अब किसी को कुछ डाउट नहीं है तो हम सेशन को क्लोज करते हैं। अगर आपको और भी कुछ डाउट है तो आप हमारे एडमिन को कांटेक्ट करके यू कैन आस्क, और लेक्चर रिलेटेड जो आज हमने काउंसलिंग किया था उसके रिलेटेड जो डॉक्यूमेंट है यू कैन आस्क विद काउंसलर, दे विल प्रोवाइड यू। ओके, थैंक यू एंड गुड लक एवरीवन।
सर एक और सॉरी
प्लीज।
एक्चुअली सर ये बुक लिस्ट के लिए आपने बताया था सर, वो बुक लिस्ट कहाँ पे मिलेगा सर? जैसे फिजिक्स ऑप्शनल है, ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल।
हाँ, तो ऑप्शनल का बुक लिस्ट आप हमारे रिसेप्शन को कांटेक्ट करना, वहां से आपको दे देंगे वो।
थैंक यू सर।
यस। ओके, थैंक यू एंड गुड लक एवरीवन।
थैंक यू सर।